Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Billy Goat's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl, Billy Goat, and we got a message for you. All right. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind, guys. This is for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. And also wherever you have in your chart, but those are the most prominent. Okay. This could be past, present, or future information for you. I don't choose the storyline or the cards that come out. The Holy Spirit and my spiritual team does. Whenever you come across this reading, months, weeks, days, years from now is when the Holy Spirit feels like you could be receptive of a message or be a messenger to someone else in his name, okay? So, actually, I want to get started with this verse. All right? So, again, please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay? Some of y'all might need to wait for something, or you've been waiting on something, okay? So, and, it's the full moon in Libra, okay, today in particular. And, so like I was saying, today's the full moon in Libra, and Libra is all about balancing out the scales. So you could be waiting for the scales to be balanced out, right? And even though this is kind of like a love reading, aside from love, just waiting on the scales to balance in your life, period, for things to be settled, for smoother waters to take place, right? So we have, you got the love. And again, if you're watching this months, weeks, days, years from now, just apply the energy to your life. All right. And this is a full moon in Libra. So this is about releasing, okay, anything that is unbalanced in your life, a pattern, a thought, a mindset, a person, right? Certain behaviors, a combination of things, right? To make room for the new with the new moon. So Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. You got the love, right? So like if you're not establishing boundaries, right, you are releasing, not establish the pattern of not establishing boundaries and enforcing them, and you're making way to start establishing boundaries and implementing them, enforcing them, and getting rid of those that don't respect your boundaries. Because when people don't respect your boundaries, that means they don't respect you. Okay. And sometimes that can be disheartening, because some of us were raised to believe that we're supposed to just allow people in our, personal space because they're their family, their blood, or no, hell no. False teaching, unlearn that, shadow work. But you make your own decision, okay? And that could be here too, be something too. Somebody could have had a lot of shadow work to do, which is not a bad thing, but it's a matter of doing it. Wow, look at that. Weight came back out. It's not time. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Now, for some of you guys, it is time. All right? Because you already have been waiting. All right? So put yourself inside of the story as you see fit. The weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So here we go again with the boundaries. Okay? So in addition to not just love, but make sure you are honoring yourself and honoring your boundaries. Now, when it comes to this love message here, this doesn't just go for romantics. Remember, we have love for our parents. We have love for our siblings. We have love for our kids. We have love for, our friends. We have love for our people in organizations, right? If you're a soror, if you are in a frat, right? Whatever the case may be, a curricular activity, you may have love and care for someone. Right? It doesn't always have to be romantic. For some people, it is romantic. A situationship, a marriage, a relationship, and God and I, we don't discriminate against love. We welcome monogamy, poly, LGBTQIA+. This is a safe and sacred space. We all need healing. And if you don't like it, there's other readers. Take your free will on. Okay? So we have the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Okay? So you could have been dealing with someone here where it's like they didn't respect your boundaries, right? Or maybe you started enforcing boundaries, like, hey, or telling them boundaries, like, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know, can you not do, or can you stop doing that? Can you not do that? Hey, can we, you know, do this instead? And don't get me wrong, I understand, you know, compromising is important. You do need to compromise, but you don't want to compromise your must-haves, right? So, for example, like if you feel somebody is a good cook, but you don't feel like they treat you like you should be treated, I don't care how much of a good cook they are. Nobody should be disrespecting you. Right? Don't compromise your self-respect for somebody else's foolishness or disrespect or mistreatment. No, because then you're going to feel like you're settling. But you make your own decisions. So, what do we have here? So, like I can say for a perfect example, I'm doing readings, right? I'm working for God, right? There was somebody that kept knocking on my door. And the person that knocks on my door, they don't honor this. They don't honor this as being work for God. They don't, you know, but just because you don't, though, doesn't mean that I don't. Just because you don't see it as working for God, just because you don't, you know, have the same perspective or same knowledge or same consciousness and same healing as me, doesn't make it invalid, right? So what did I have to do? I had to put a boundary in place, right? They wanted my attention right here, right then and here. And don't get me wrong, if it was an emergency, that's fine, right? Because things happen. I am well aware of that. I've had things happen in, you know, in different circumstances too. But that's like that, right? You just gonna have to wait till I get done working for God when it comes to this particular thing, right? So not only did I have to put a boundary, I had to enforce it with someone that I do care about. Not to dismiss anything that they wanted, not to dismiss, you know, their feelings, right? It's not about that. It's about, okay, I am going to see about you. I am going to check in on you. I am going to see what you wanted after I am finished with this. This is not an emergency. You know, this isn't something that, and don't get me wrong, there are times where you will be able to tend to that person or thing right then and there. But there are going to be times when you're not able to. And just because you're not able to tend to someone or something right then and there doesn't mean that you won't completely be able to, right? And so with some people, they want you to do it right here and right now. And you know, or they want you to just stop doing what you're doing and tend to them. And it's just like, hold on, horseshoe. I said you know, I got you, you know, or so that's what some of you guys may need to do. Really start putting up your boundaries and enforce them. It's not enough to just have them if you're not enforcing them, because if you don't enforce your boundaries, ain't nobody else going to enforce them for you. Now, don't get me wrong. You can have that really nice person that actually does care about you, and, you know, they don't want, because a person who genuinely loves and appreciates and values you and grateful for you, they don't want to put themselves in a position to lose you. Okay? And yes, people make mistakes, but again, they're going to be mindful. Okay, I remember they said they don't like that, so let me do my best not to do that. Let me do my best to honor what they do like and stuff like that, right? And of course, nobody's perfect. Again, you know, if you know your person don't like, you know, yellow flowers, don't buy them yellow flowers. You know, I understand maybe a yellow flower came in a bouquet of multicolored flowers. That's one thing, right? But like, if you know your partner doesn't want an open relationship, don't treat the relationship like an open relationship behind your partner's back. Okay, because there goes the trust. There goes a whole lot of stuff out the window. But then some people want to get mad that you're not doing what they want you to do. Oh well. Oh well. Why? Because you matter. Your health matters. What you doing matter, regardless if somebody else gives you that validation or not. Okay, so with the Ace of Swords here in reverse, somebody wasn't very, you know, truthful with you. They weren't very honest with you when it comes to something here. Okay. And, you know, you have a decision to make, because this could have been somebody that was trying to trap you. Yeah, oh, look at this, 7 of Swords. Yeah, this was somebody, they, you know, with this 2 of Wands here. I said 2 of Swords, sorry. With this 2 of Wands here and this Capricorn energy with the 7 of Swords. It's like somebody plotted and yeah, somebody plotted and schemed on you. With the Ace of Wands being in reverse, yeah. And Ace of Wands being in reverse, it wasn't a good intention. Two of Wands here, somebody made a plot, made a decision, okay? With the Devil card here, to try to trap you. Try to trap you or try to burden you, hold you down, right? This was very deceptive. 7 of Swords here, okay? And again, this is somebody that you had a lot of love for, a lot of care for, all right? But you are going to have a new beginning for a lot of you guys where you don't have so many burdens. 10 of Wands in reverse. Now, flip the energies as you see fit if you know that this is you. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can feel free to do so via the website link that's linked in the description box, downwardspiritualguidance.com. Look at that. Hey, Capricorns. Capricorn energy came out. But this ain't no good Capricorn energy. I'm gonna be honest. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody willingly plotted. Unless this is you, flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Somebody willingly plotted on you. What did they plot on them, Holy Spirit? So they came off very nice, kind, and loving so that they can get their way into your life. Or this is what you did. What else was a part of this plan? And also, that's why you were being guided to put boundaries up. The Devil card here, because this is the kind of energy that you was dealing with, unbeknownst to some of you, or vice versa here. And when you started, for some of you guys, when you started putting boundaries up, you started to experience another side of a person that you never saw before. This is what they experienced with you. Yeah, okay, they could have started juggling you with the 2 of Pentacles here, with different people, right? Like, hey, we're not supposed to be doing that. They didn't care or you didn't care, right? Because you could have started putting boundaries up. Oh, you're not giving me sex anymore? Well, I'm just going to go get it with somebody else. Never mind that I'm in a monogamous connection, or even there's multiple different poly connections. Oh, I know we made rules and boundaries to keep everybody safe. You know, anybody new that we want to have sex with, we all need to go get tested with each other to keep everybody safe and adhere to these rules so we keep everybody safe because we care about everybody, right? This is the relationship that we have. This is somebody, no, they go and do what they want to do, and then they just don't say anything and pray and hope that they don't get caught or anybody find out, right? The Hermit card in reverse. A fool. Yeah, I'm telling you. For some of you guys, they were trying to trap you with a baby. They were trying to trap you in the spiritual realm. They were just trying to trap you, right? See secrets out. They were trying to steal from you, energetically for some of you. Yeah, now the cat's out the bag. For some of you guys, it's the same. It's almost the same story all the time. That's what it feels. But it keeps coming out in other readings that I watch too. So this energy is still playing out in the collective, okay? Because the secrets are coming out. What was done in the dark is coming out to the light, okay? So it's like, you know, you're coming out, and you could be finding out like how a person made their money. Like maybe you didn't know that this person steals, or maybe you didn't know that this was how this person got their money, their funds. You know, it's like you're finding out the hidden truth about somebody that you was dealing with here. Yep, look at that page of Pentacles. Yep, you finding out information. Okay, some of you guys, you already found out. It's like somebody had a whole nother identity, a whole nother life that they didn't tell you about. Or this was you. The Emperor in reverse, Aries energy with the Hangman. Yeah. And you're becoming enlightened about who this Emperor in reverse is. And remember, there is no such thing as gender in tarot. Energy is fluid. We honor pronouns around here. Okay. Yeah. Now somebody want to come back and make you an offer because they shitty. They stuck. they done fell in their own trap. Right? Oh, I hope you forgot that I said this about you. Oh, I hope you forgot that I said these things to you or did these things to you. Oh, I hope you're not still angry. We can kind of shove this under the rug and keep it moving. I'm really going through a tough time right now. I could really use some nurturance or some loving. Karma's really getting to me for everything that I've done to you. Can you help me make it through? Be mindful of an energy that's trying to come back. In fact, there was a reading I just finished doing right before this one. And that's exactly what that was talking about. Somebody, they want to come back because they feel like they've been working on themselves. They ain't worked on shit. Look, now it wants to steal in reverse. Same old person, just a different day. Same old shit, just a different day. Okay? Because they do want a family with you. And this is somebody that you could have wanted a family with, for those of you guys that's identifying with this part of the story. But the problem is that this person is a player. These people are players. Right? And you don't need your kids growing up seeing, this is somebody that creates broken households because they are unhealed. So it's like they don't see what they're doing as being wrong. Or if they see it as being wrong, they don't know how to heal it. But they don't want to go to a healer to heal. Like, what sense does that make? But they want a healthy family, but they don't want to do what it takes to heal. It's like somebody wanting the prize without having to earn it. It's like they wanted you without having to earn you. Without having to put in the work to earn you. Without having to put in the healing to earn you. It's like somebody wanted the benefits of having you without actually earning it. It's like somebody wanted the benefits of marriage without properly courting you. And y'all have never been in a relationship. You stay stuck in a situationship. No. See, and this is exactly why they're talking about boundaries. Because, for some of you guys, maybe you didn't have the best boundaries with this person or people here, and maybe you did give a little bit too much of yourself, and to the point where they think that they entitled to just have you any type of way. But even still, even if you were, right, and that doesn't make it right, a person should be appreciative to the point where they're saying, oh, let me not mess this up. Let me do what I need to do to keep them. That's healthy and positive, right? No, this is somebody who had the exact opposite thinking. Remember that King of Swords in reverse? This person thinking is not rational. Okay? And don't get me wrong. I understand when it comes to spiritual matters, you do have to think spiritually, but this ain't that. This ain't nowhere near that. Okay? This took all type of practicality. All right? And this is somebody, they getting the repercussions for their fucking actions here, and they mad. They want to be babied through, they want to be comforted through their karma. Or you do. No. Let them experience their karma so they know not to do this to anybody else. I'm telling you, this is how people create broken families, broken households. Because they don't have no discipline. They don't, they're not thinking about anybody else's feelings except for their own. But then they wonder why don't nobody want to be around them. Did you take any type of self-inventory for yourself? Final messages, Holy Spirit. Yes, I'm telling you, somebody, they wanted the perks of having you without having to earn you. So for a lot of you guys, you just feel like you got to be a lone wolf. Because some of you guys feel like you keep attracting this pattern. Are you really a loner? Or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? So, and don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with having that fear, right? Because we are having a humanistic experience. We just have to be mindful of how because fear is not that of God, right? I do have to put that disclaimer out there. But having some kind of fear is not necessarily bad or Lucifer provoked. Okay? It is healthy to have a little bit, because, a fear they can put a little bit of fear in you to maybe stop you from going somewhere. And And it was supposed to stop you from going somewhere, right? As a level of protection. It becomes an issue when the fear that you have is excessive, right? Like it's debilitating in all areas of your life, where it's keeping you from doing certain things that would elevate you, that could make you better, right? So you have to be mindful to find a balance here, right? We have too attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away, right? So even if you're dealing with a family member, platonic wise, a parent, a sibling, whatever the case may be, right? You got to establish boundaries with them. They want to sit here and cross you, betray you, and so on and so forth, just because they can't have their way with you. That's not real love. That's not unconditional love. And unconditional love does not mean unconditionally tolerating disrespect or unconditionally tolerating abuse or mistreatment. That's not what unconditional love is. And yes, sometimes you do have to unconditionally love people from afar. All right? Being needy. Make friends and spend time by yourself to take pressure off your relationship. For some of you guys, you could have been losing yourself in these connections here, or somebody lost themselves, within you, whatever the case may be, right? So you have to take accountability for the parts that you play only. Do not take accountability for the part that somebody else played just because they're not taking accountability for it. That's not your fault or rhyme or reason. Okay? Yeah, see, look at that. Love's the answer. It's the same thing I just said. Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. Okay? And I had to unlearn this too. How much money you have does not depict your level of independence. How much money you have does not depict your level of independence. I used to think that way because that's what society taught me, and that's what I was taught at home. And that's what my parents were taught. So that's what was taught to me. But that's a false teaching. I've had to unlearn that. I've had to reparent myself with that. Right? This is coming from a licensed professional counselor, aka a therapist, and a certified spiritual life coach. Although this is not therapy, this is not coaching, this is for entertainment purposes only. You do have to be mindful of what you allow yourself to do here and think and be, because I've had to reprogram myself with healthier programs, which meant that I had to take a leap of faith outside of the teachings that I was taught and be open-minded to receive different type of information, right? Because it's not only one way to do things. It's not always just one way. Okay? So love's the answer, right? So being independent is not just about your money. It's about how you handle yourself, how you carry yourself. What does your morality look like? What does your integrity look like when it comes to people? Romantic, platonic, whatever, associate, right? What does it look like? What does it look like when you are pissed off with someone, but you come across somebody that didn't do anything to you? Are you going to project? Or are you going to be mindful of how you respond? Even if you have to tell the person, you got to call them back. Right? Love is not necessarily the answer. How we conduct ourselves with love, with self-love, right? And love is God. God is love. That's the foundation. And then we build from there. And see, everybody wasn't taught this because everybody didn't see what a healthy connection looks like at home, because their parents couldn't do it, because their parents didn't heal. So their parents weren't healed enough to teach them, and they weren't healed enough to teach you. But somebody has to break the cycle. Okay? How you how you handle yourself, that equates to your independence too. Emotional intelligence, definitely. Because God can give you money anytime. But how a person conducts himself is really what matters. It can make or break opportunities that can cost you money. Okay? Money is not everything. But yes, we do need it because of, the way of the world currently. We might go back to bartering. Hey, changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are and move on. So, for example, if you see a person is continuously cheating on you, or you see a person is continuously lying on you, a person is continuously disrespecting you, you can't change them. That means you need to leave. And that can be easier said than done. And we have body shaming here. So, you know, again, the criticism, okay, the criticism that you were getting, that we were talking about being judged and so on and so forth, honey, no, you don't deserve that, or they didn't deserve that, whatever side of the story that you're on here, okay? So, yes, putting your boundaries up and enforcing them to see who is willing to respect you. And again, love should not feel like a chore. Anybody that loves you anybody that cherishes you, they're not going to, again, make you feel like respecting your boundaries is a issue. I don't care if you've been friends with them for years. Now, if you've been friends with somebody for years, people change, right? People grow and evolve, just like in a marriage. You do have to let that friend know, hey, friend, or hey, husband, hey, wife, or hey, hey, partner. I know that I used to like this, but I no longer like this. I used to be okay with that, but I'm no longer okay with that. Or, hey, I know I told you I didn't like this before, but now I like it. Right? You have to teach people how to treat you, because everybody is not the same. People like different stuff. People are into different things and people. What you may like, somebody else may not like. What you're interested in, somebody else may not be interested in. Oh my gosh, y'all. When you go through me, I'll be feeling that dizziness. So, be mindful of, I'm hearing what you think things should look like or be, or dealing with the person, right? You know, yes, you are, like, especially if you're getting married, you are becoming one flesh, but don't lose yourself. You still have your own, thank you, Holy Spirit. You have your own identity. Okay? And you can't force anybody to change. They have to want to change. You could be a support system, but you can't do the work for them, because they have to be the ones that operate from their healed lenses instead of their unhealed lenses. Okay? So, and that can be very easier said than done when you are not when you really care for someone and you really want to see something work out, right? And vice versa. So, thank you all for your love and support here. It is truly, truly appreciated. And always remember that you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.